All right, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Bobby W223 here. Go ahead and jump into the Sony conference review, whatever you want to call it. I'm just kind of doing this back to back. Most of this is at the top of my head. I did find some articles that had some highlights of the conference and whatnot. Yeah, Sony. I am a PlayStation fan, but I am not, blind like some of you guys think. So honestly, out of the big three, they had the worst. They did. So let's see. Sony started off with their montage like they do every freaking year since the beginning of time. Just showed some random stuff. Then they jumped into Destiny. Showed some Destiny footage. Looked cool. The beta I believe is supposed to be first on the PS4. Extra exclusive content for PS4, great. Cannot wait for that freaking game. That's pretty much my game of the year. Unless they just really fuck that game up, I can't see why that won't be one of, if not my favorite game of this year. Looked amazing. Destiny, Destiny, Destiny. Can't fucking wait. Um, yeah, they showed a bundle coming out day and date with Destiny in September, a white PS3 bundle. I believe it's $450. You get Destiny, a white PS3, a voucher code for a month of Plus, and I think maybe a couple of other little things. So that's not a bad deal if you think about it, because the game by itself is $60. So right there, I mean, you're saving $10 plus you get a month of Plus, which save a little money with that too. Let's see what else they showed. Then they jumped into Little Big Planet 3, which I did not think that they were going to show that. Because Media Molecule said that they weren't going to be there, which they didn't lie because it's not made by Media Molecule. So, yeah, Media Molecule probably wasn't there. I believe it's the team that did the Vita Little Big Planet. I think that they're the ones that's doing LBP3. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, Little Big Planet, I don't care, or it's Kitty, whatever. Like, look, I'm a huge fan of Little Big Planet. Like, I don't care, that hardcore gamer, casual gamer shit, whatever. It looked cool, Little Big Planet 1 and especially 2 was the second one. Those are some of my favorite games on the PS3. Media Molecule's underrated. I think that Little Big Planet is kind of a little underrated. At least the second one was. But LBP3 looks cool. I mean, it pretty much looks like Little Big Planet 2, from what they showed. I'm not going to lie. But they showed some new characters that look kind of weird. But some, like, dog-looking, like, sack thing or whatever. I forget their names. And they showed another dude that looked like a chicken McNugget. And he could, like, switch between being large and big, so that's kind of cool. And they show some bird called like Swoop or something like that, and you can fly around and grab people and carry them and stuff like that. It looks cool. It's a Little Big Planet. You can play all the user generated levels from the first two games. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I could have sworn I remember them talking about that with LBP2, how you could play the user generated levels from the first game, and I don't think you can, but according to what they said, you can play all the user generated levels from the first two games, which is millions of levels, millions of games, so that's awesome. That's coming out this year. They showed some game called Entwine. I don't know, looked kind of weird, looked like a rhythm game kind of, I guess. I mean, art style was definitely look cool. From Soft, they showed their Project Beast games called Bloodborne, just like a trailer. They didn't really show much gameplay, but I mean, if it's like Demon Souls or Dark Souls, I mean, I guess we already kind of know what to expect. It's a PS4 exclusive. I don't know if that's a timed exclusive or if it's like a real exclusive or what, but yeah, according to them, PS4 exclusive. That's cool. Those games are pretty fun. Far Cry 4, it's probably the best game that they showed, at least gameplay wise, even though they really only showed about one or two actual gameplays. Oh, speaking of Little Big Planet, they show gameplay of that. That shit went on for too long, and that's come from somebody who is a Little Big Planet fan. That shit went on for damn near 10 minutes, and I'm pretty sure that girl that was playing was drunk or something, I don't know. But anyway, back to Far Cry 4. Probably the best game that they showed gameplay wise. That shit looks awesome. I think there's some extra content on that game or something. What was that they talk? Oh, that you can invite your friends to play the game with you because the game has co-op for Far Cry 4. It has co-op, and you can invite your friends to play even if they don't have the game. So that's cool. Um, what the fuck else did they show? Bunch of more indie games. I can't really remember all the individual indie games they showed. The one that stuck out for me though is No Man's Sky. That game looks freaking awesome. I believe it's next year. I can't remember, but that's awesome. How I believe the whole story with that game, the small team that's making it, their studio or basement wherever they're making the game, it flooded and they lost a lot of their resources and stuff. And I guess Sony and other folks, they stepped in, uh, gave them some money, helped to fund this game so they could actually finish it. Because I guess they were pretty much screwed. Because I mean, they're just like a small group of folks. They're not made of money or anything. So it's awesome to see this game is still alive and kicking. I cannot wait to play that game. Um, then they started getting into some other bullshit, which is why I say that they had the worst showing out of the three. They started talking about some comic book movie, or TV show or some shit, which could be cool, but they didn't really show any like clips of it. But I guess it's based on some comic book called Powers. I mean, I'm sure it could be cool, but they should have shown that like Comic Con or something. That the E3 is not the place to really be talking about that. Let's see, what else did they show? Oh, Pseudo 51 showed this PS4 exclusive. Looked okay. Some like third person like horror type of game or some shit. I don't know. The Last of Us, is getting remastered. That's coming out in July, so that's cool. Especially if you never played it, or even if you have played it, maybe you got rid of your PS3 or whatever the case may be. Um, they showed a whole bunch of free to play games, which is always nice to have some free to play games, for better or for worse. They're free, They showed a bunch of indie games for the Vita. I wish they would have actually shown some more actual like Vita games, like Gravity Rush 2 or something. Like I don't know, some of those Japanese games, like what's that one? That one Japanese game. It's on the Vita. For Freedom Wars. I wish they would have shown that or something, or had like a solid Western release date for that. But nope. Then they went to PlayStation TV or Vita TV or whatever. Which that's not a game, but I actually kind of hyped for that. It's $100, and pretty much you can turn your Vita into a home console, and you can do other things with it. Just look it up. I can't remember exactly all what Vita TV can do, but it's actually sounds pretty interesting. They start talking about the Ratchet and Clank movie. Like, no, once again, E3 is not the place to be talking about that. And I guess it's supposed to be some like Ratchet and Clank like one remastering or reimagining of the first game for the PS4, which is cool, but they didn't show no gameplay. Once again, pretty much everything that Sony announced wasn't bad, but they didn't show no goddamn gameplay, so that's a fail. GTA 5 is coming out on the next gen systems and the PC, or should I say the PS4 and Xbox One, because the Wii U is next gen as well. But it's coming out PS4, Xbox One, and PC, so that's huge. That's freaking huge. That's awesome. You can carry your saves over from your PS3 to the PS4, or if you're one of the gamers that went from 360 to PS4, you can carry your save from the 360 to the PS4 as well, and I'm sure that works with the Xbox One and whatnot, so that's awesome. I know I'm missing some stuff, but they showed a trailer for Uncharted 4. Looks amazing, but it wasn't gameplay, so kind of failed, but it kind of wasn't because it's Uncharted, and I'm a huge fan of that shit. What else they show? Oh, they showed The Order. That was one of the first games they showed too. The Order, 1886. I can't remember if I talked about that or not. I'm still not sold on that game. As you can tell, I fucking forgot they even showed that game. No co-op, pretty much no sale for me. That game should have had co-op. It doesn't. It's one of those games I would probably get on sale. I wouldn't. Whenever I get my PS4, I'm probably not gonna spend full price on that game unless I just have extra money to blow, or unless they show some more of that game that actually entices me. But they showed this like werewolf dude. The game to me reminds me of like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen meets Underworld, which is actually pretty cool. I love those two movies. The game it looks cool, but it just looks kind of stiff. And it looks kind of, to me, it might get kind of annoying how they keep switching between, cutscene to gameplay. I mean, it's cool how smooth the transition is. What I mean by it's annoying because it happens so frequently. So I hope that the overall game that it doesn't do that a lot, where you're shooting an enemy or you're running or whatever, and then it jumps to a cutscene for 2 seconds and then jump back to game. It's just like, no, let me play the game. Have the cutscenes be the cutscenes and have the gameplay be the gameplay for the most part. I mean, you can mix them together every now and again, but if the majority of the game is like that, just once again, I'm just not really that enthused. Then they show some gameplay of Batman, which is probably a tie for best gameplay game that they showed at their conference between Far Cry 4 and that Batman Arkham Knight. That Batmobile though. That shit looks dope. Arkham Knight, that's like a day one. That shit looks awesome. There's gonna have exclusive content for the PS4. That's cool. I know I'm missing some stuff, but Sony's conference, it was okay. I mean, if you're like a diehard PlayStation fan, I mean, there's something to look forward to between, the few exclusives that they showed and the exclusive content for the third party stuff. But they just should have shown some more gameplay and a few more heavy hitters. So I mean, I give them like a C or like a 7 out of 10 or whatever. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was not great. And I'm being generous with that 7 out of 10. But yeah, out of the three, I feel like they had the worst conference, honestly. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into Nintendo's now. And yeah, it's your boy Bobby W223, and peace out.